Welcome back to JJ Outdoors. We're going to show you how to replace a heavy trigger on your gun.
So Jet said we're going to replace a heavy trigger on a gun. So technically it's not the trigger we're replacing, but we'll be actually replacing the spring and adding shims into this Savage Axis 2. Just for clarification here, we're going to show you that this gun is empty. All right, take the magazine out of it so we're not always practice and handle a weapon as if it were to be loaded. So that's what we're doing today. Big thing on this, many of you have probably got it at Cabela's or some type of outdoor store. This holiday, Christmas, that's what I did. We bought this gun for my daughter. Even though she's very, very young, she'll be able to grow into this, be a good early firearm. We don't have anything of small caliber, so it'll work good. Youth model 243. Biggest complaint I heard of this weapon is that the trigger pull is heavy, and I even heard about this before purchasing it. So I did a little researching, and upon researching, I found also found this on YouTube. This is from M Carbo, and it's the Savage Axis 2.5 trigger. So cool, proudly made in the USA, so we're always supporting that here at JJ Outdoors. I'm very pro America, so is Jet. So what we'll end up doing is coming in here, but what I first want to do is get in here, and actually we're going to use this Last Chance Archery for draw weight, but it'll work the same purpose just to see what this trigger pull is on this gun. All right. Jeff, you want to grab this camera and come on this. So right now we have it on the peak weight. Can you see?
Can't.
That's all right. So that's 7.8. We're gonna do another round. So to take this stock off here, because what you're worried about is this lower. All right, to take it off the barrel. There's two bolts here, right here and right here. You're gonna have to have the clip out in order to get to this one, I believe, or it's gonna be very close. I guess you wouldn't, but I mean it's gonna have to be out. So I'll take them out right now. Just so you know, there's two different bolts that come out of there. This front one, this smaller one is the front bolt. This bigger one is the back right in front of the trigger guard. Okay? So don't mix them up. That's basically all that is right there. Two bolts. That's all that holds most weapons together here. It's a lot of people think there's a lot of intricacy in depth to taking them apart. Really not. All honesty, just about anybody could do this. I mean, you just got to pay attention. Right here is going to be a spring. I don't know what you want to call it, but this washer, you're gonna have to pop that out in order to get this bolt out of the trigger. Okay, so don't lose it, whatever you do. Okay, right there, like that. And now when you're doing this here, when you push the spring, you want to push this out, because if it lets go flying here, it's gonna go zooming. Okay, so let up off real easy here, so this spring don't come flying out. Boom. Just like that. And this is more or less the spring you're replacing. Just like that. Okay, so I was mistaken. This kit's even cooler. So it actually comes with a 3.5 pound, 3.5 pound pull, and a 2.5 pound. I think we're gonna go with the 2.5 pound just to feel it out. Me and Jed are gonna shoot this gun next Friday, but I think we're gonna go with the 2.5 pound pull just to see. If we don't like it, we'll switch it. Always have this in the back burner, but definitely see how it feels moving forward. This also is going to come with some lube. And 2 of these little spacers here. So what we're going to end up doing is putting these spacers on the outside of the trigger itself, okay? Right about there. But what that's going to help this gun, let's face it, it's $340, $50 wherever you pick it up. It comes with a $75 rebate. I mean, not saying it's not a good gun, but it is a cheaper gun. So when they're mass producing that, I guess you want to say the buffer that they produce is not going to be as tight knit as some other weapons in the $1,000 range. Okay, so we're gonna use some of this lube, and it's key because you want to be able to have smooth operation there. Make sure you place this locking, I guess you want to call it retaining spacer, retaining washer. That really does change that. Just so you know, just by that little bit there, that gun is definitely a lot hotter shot right there. I can tell you that much right now. I'm going to save this lube in this little container. Put this spring. This will be the stock spring there. If you're wondering, this stock spring, it's really thick. Just give comparison to this 3.5 pound spring. I mean, look at the difference on that. I mean, this thing here is just, and that is, I mean, I'm really have to push down on it. That right there is why this gun shoots so stiff. I get it, it's a safety thing. Not really sure why Savage is putting such a heavy spring in there. I mean, but I guess that's what's the difference between a top dollar rifle and a lighter end rifle. Now to put this back together, remember that small bolt goes up front here, that longer one in the back. With that, everything. Now, just to give you an idea, I am no gunsmith at all, but now we're gonna do the trigger pull here just to see the difference in the aftermarket to this. If it's too light, I may come in and change it back to put it in that 3.5, but we were going for more of a lighter weight pull. Now Jet's gonna shoot it. He's shot a lot of weapons, so I feel good with him. But if my cousin or my nephew, newer people into hunting, I may put that stronger pull in there, just on the safety side of things. But a good varmint gun in the backyard for right now. So Jet's gonna come around here. We're gonna weigh this again just to see. Jet, you wanna get the? So now.
Holy shit.
2.14. Yeah, quick and easy. Well, the average person, I think, can probably do this in about 15 minutes. We literally, from the start of this film, I know the film probably ain't this long, but from the start of this film, setting up camera gear, getting stuff out, we did this in probably 20. So super, super cool setup. If you're looking to change that trigger pull on this weapon, this Savage Axis 2, just check out M Carbo. I think they're stationed out of, I think it's from Florida. Yeah, Clearwater, Florida. $20, $19.95 is what we paid. I think the only complaint I had about it was the trigger pull was really heavy. I mean, even just dry firing it, it was heavy. The bolt's a little stiff, but I think you're gonna get that. You got to give and take when you're talking a $350 gun. The only other thing I'm not a big fan of, it's unsafe, are these scope mounts. I don't really know how I feel about how they're done. I think I might upgrade that, but yeah, it comes with a Weaver scope, lifetime warranty. Can't really complain. Small weapon. I mean, I'm a pretty big guy, but here, even Jet's shouldering it. And Jet, how tall are you? Keep your finger off the trigger.
4'9".
4'9". There you go, 11-year-old. You can tell it is a good youth model gun for a younger kid. So, other than that, if you were to ask me, I'd buy it every day of the week. Don't think I'd purchase it to be some super marksmanship competition range gun, but for your average Pennsylvania hunter, it'll do plenty. Jet likes it because his camo matches. But thanks for joining us on another JJ Outdoors video here. Hopefully we're going to start getting more coming to you. We've been really busy with our my job change here in the Air Force, so I haven't had time to really edit videos, but we're getting back in the swing of things, and my schedule's back to where I can handle what's going on.